Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, this is the Lions Roy channel, and we're just going to be going over a few things today. Basically, we're going to just scratch the surface on the greatest lies ever told. And this is a big topic, you know what I'm saying, because most people don't understand or realize what's really happening in the world and how they can be affected by it. So we're going to jump into some of the greatest lies ever told. If you really had to think about it, what is the biggest lie that's ever been perpetrated on this earth? And I say this has to do with everything leading up to who the true Hebrew Israelites are. The world does not want us to know who we are, and we are the people of the Bible. And those people are the African Americans that you call Negroes, niggas, and others, you know, a few other nationalities if you mix them in there. But we're gonna stick with the Negroes for right now. Especially the tribe of the Southern tribe, which Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and then in the future we're gonna be drawing with the Northern tribe. When the Most High sees fit, and Hamashiach comes and puts us together. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's address this. All right. So me personally, I believe that white supremacy in this world and the oppression that's put on people of color, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, this is what is going on in the world, man. That's the biggest thing, is white supremacy. And, the biggest form of white supremacy is this image. Well, I got to share my screen first. It's my first live stream, so bear with me. Let me share my screen. All right, we're going to share. Man, this image right here, this guy right here. Now, he looks nothing like this guy, but this is who the whole world bows down to. This image right here. And it's very sad. You got them all over, black churches, white churches, Catholic churches. Billions of people are looking for this guy to return at his second coming. But that's not going to happen. It's going to be this guy right here, man. It's going to be this guy right here. Hair like wool. White hair like wool. Skin that looked like fine brass that was burnt in the furnace. And I wonder if a lot of people would still be Christians if they really knew, if they really went into Revelations 1:14 and looked at the description. I tend to be, I think not, because I think a lot of people are they already don't like white black people, and this thing is getting out of hand, man. So that the Europeans will feel like they so-called Europeans will feel like they're losing the country. We done seen the insurrection, and all this stuff is going on right now, and it's crazy right now. So, and let's get into a little bit deeper. So, to me, that's the first biggest thing right there in the world why they hate us, is because they think that this is the image. And I'm just going off what's in the book. If you don't like it, man, tear the page out your Bible and do what you want to do with it. But it is what it is. You can't change it. You can't hide it. This is Caesar Borgia. This is not Jesus or Hamashiach. So let's go ahead and get a quick definition. Well, let me share my screen again. Hold on. All right. I'm going to do another screen share. Yeah, bear with me until I figure this out. All right. This is the Encyclopedia Britannica. We're just going to read a little bit of this. In the United States, especially in the South, in the era of slavery and during the subsequent Jim Crow period, racial segregation, white supremacy enjoyed broad political support as it did in contemporary European colony regimes. The doctrine was especially associated with violent groups such as the Ku Klux Klan, which enjoyed some success in the United States, particularly in the 1920s. Though many nonviolent individuals and groups also believed fervently in white supremacist ideas. By the mid-1950s, however, overtly racist doctrines fell into deep disfavor across much of the Western world, a development that was hastened by both desegregation and decolonization. As a result of the hostility among some American whites towards the American civil rights movement, civil rights legislation, especially the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act, and Supreme Court decisions that invalidated many racially discriminatory laws, especially Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka. White supremacists underwent a revival in the United States in the late 1950s and the 60s. It eventually manifests itself into white power movement, which arose in reaction to the Black Power doctrines of the 60s and the 70s. White supremacists, as well as many social conservatives, were troubled by the U.S. government's adoption of acquaintances in measures which, as affirmative action, school busing, and rules against racial discrimination in the housing market. All right, let's skip down. Their resentment contributed to growth of various groups and movements that actively preach white supremacy, including the traditional KKK, various neo-Nazi organizations, and the religious Christian identity groups. Indeed, the second half of the 20th century, the Christian identity movement, which claimed that Northwestern Europeans were directly descended from the Bible tribes of Israel, and that the imploding Armageddon will produce a final battle of whites against non-whites, was the dominant religious viewpoint of white supremacy in the United States. Wow. So, but what they don't know is that without them really understanding biblical prophecy and really reading to see who the actual people are, they're going to be on the wrong side of the coin. They're not going to be on the Most High side. They don't know that the true chosen people are the so-called Negroes. All right. So we're gonna go to another tab, and we're gonna check this out also. I'm gonna share my screen again, and I got another question for you. So this is what all you really have to do to really see about white supremacy is do a first grade Google search. That's all it's going to take is a first grade Google search. So that's exactly what I did. So let's go here. So when you think about it, you know, if you think about where's the Garden of Eden, where the first man was supposedly created, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking about Adam and Eve. So let's look at this. So I got one question. What color is dirt? What color is the ground? If God made man from the ground and formed him and blew the breath of life into his nostrils and became a man, what color would you think he would be? All right, so I'm gonna share my screen again. Man, so when you look at this, when you look at these things, man, that's Adam and Eve. That's supposed to be Adam and Eve right there. That's crazy. So we all know that Adam and Eve, that the Garden of Eden is supposed to be in Africa. So if you do the same type of Google search and you go just put in the people of Africa, let me do another stop screen share. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. All right, and we're going to see who the African people are. Wait a minute. This don't make no sense. Eden is in Africa, and these are the African people. But when you go back and look at it, Adam and Eve on those pictures is white. It don't add up, man. These are the greatest lies that's ever told, man. It's just very simplistic. You can't get around it. You know, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So now, granted, some of these people may be Hamites, and then some of them are Hebrews. But the point is that when the Bible first started, everybody was black in the Bible until a certain point in time. So, man, these are just a few things that I like to share. Um, you know, this thing is getting out of control, man. People got to start asking themselves some questions. You know, so like I said, this is just really a test live stream. We're gonna get into some more Bible verses next time, but we're gonna really get into it. But I just want to get into how to really use this new method of going live versus doing videos and doing them like that. So without further ado, man, y'all enjoy your day. I'm out of here, and we're gonna just do it like that. Shalom.